guys, and welcome to Besterday, where nostalgia reigns supreme. I'm Bianca, and I'm the ultimate 90s baby. Before we get started, as always, we have a special guest co-host, but he's been here before. Y'all know his voice, so let the people know who's here.
Hi. No,
Hey.
that's not my voice. It's Mark from the Fuse web team.
Yeah, and Mark was on the Aaliyah Appreciation episode, 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Feels like just yesterday.
I know. So he's not new to the podcast game. He's been here before. So guys, Besterday is a podcast where we reminisce on the songs that had your heart, the movies that made you laugh, and everything pop culture from the 80s to the early aughts. So think Barbie's Dream House, Sega Dreamcast. Oh my God.
All the Nickelodeon shows that were amazing.
All that.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh my God, yeah. Speaking of witches, we'll get to that later.
We gonna get to the witches.
Yes. So guys, as every week I always say this, hashtag Besterday on Twitter and Instagram. Let us know, what you want to see and show us some love. And also send us suggestions and rate us on iTunes. And follow myself, Bianca and Rogue on Twitter. And then Mark is
at 106th. That's 106th, not the BET show.
No. But I love your Twitter handle because it's so short and it's so easy to remember. Like mine is a full sentence.
People always think there's some amazing backstory behind my Twitter handle.
Wait, is it like, did you live on like 106th Street?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
When I joined Twitter in 2009, I was like, I got to pick a damn username.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to use my AIM name, which was Brat Boy.
Oh my God.
Because no.
Wait, let's talk about AIM names real quick. Okay, so my first one, I got it in, I think, 5th grade, and it was Smarties Baby 123 because I love the Smarties candy. And then I hoed it up in 7th grade, and it was Dipset's Finest 69.
Oh, that's much better.
First of all, I was like 13. Why was I talking about 69? But anyway, yeah, I was a huge like Diplomats Dipset fan. So yeah,
it was that era.
It was. I miss those days sometimes. All right, guys. So we are going to get right into this week in history. There's some pretty interesting things that happened this week, mostly in the like reality show world, and also a major death. So we're gonna get into the first one on March 5th, 2002. The Osbournes debuted on MTV. Did you ever watch that show?
Yes, I actually remember watching that when it was premiering new episodes because I'm that old that I was in high school and that show was on.
I was in, you're going to guess our ages, but yeah, I was I was in 7th grade. I was a child. And on March 6th, 1985, the song We Are the World was released. And I feel like that's so fitting to what's happening in this country right now.
Sadly, it still applies.
Yeah, right? It's so bad. Like almost more than 30 years ago, and it's still relevant to our times.
Every time I see the name of that song, I want to sing it.
We are the world. You guys know I sing on this podcast like every
classic.
week. And on March 7th, 2011, the infamous Charlie Sheen was officially fired from 2.5 Men because this is when he was going through his like drug-riddled
Tiger Blood or whatever that shit was.
God, it was a hot
winning,
mess.
which I still say to this day because I'm a fucking loser.
Yeah, it's such a hot mess. Like I don't know like how he got that job back. Oh man, Charlie Sheen, if you're listening to this, I hope you're doing well. On March 8th, 1993, Beavis and Butthead premiered on MTV, which is funny because our last week's episode was about Daria, and Daria was on Beavis and Butthead.
It was like a spin-off, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I never watched Beavis and Butthead. It wasn't like my type of comedy.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like it was kind of, maybe you were a little, when it was first on, you were too young maybe?
too young to understand.
Or like care. Yeah, because it was on when I was pretty young. I remember being like junior high when it was on, and we would watch it late at night on MTV at like sleepovers.
Okay.
And like
when
it
your
was,
parents
but even then I thought it was so dumb.
Yeah, I don't to this
but
day, I
nothing
don't
else
really
was on
understand,
TV.
But whatever. If y'all like Beavis and Butthead, do you? And lastly, on March 9th, 1997, this one is very impactful for me, even though I'm wearing a Tupac shirt right now.
Wow.
I know. I'm like, oh, this is so bad because I'm a New Yorker. But Biggie Smalls, he was murdered in Los Angeles on March 9th, 1997, which is the 20th anniversary on March 9th is tomorrow. Oh my God.
We're taping this on Wednesday, by the way.
Oh yeah, we're taping on Wednesday. Actually, tomorrow we're gonna have some specials on Fuse, like dedicated to Biggie Smalls' death, both on the website and on TV. So you guys check that out.
Tune in on Thursday to Fuse, which is probably when you're listening to this. So tune it on now.
Yes, turn it on right now. All right, we're gonna flip it to some more modern news, and I'm gonna start with this one because we're gonna dig into it a little bit later, but this week, we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and in celebration of the show, they're releasing some pretty dope merch. Have you, flipped through all of them? They're so cool.
I have, and I need that I Slay t-shirt in my fucking life, yesterday.
Hello, because we're both Beyonce stans, and we love Buffy. That's, the perfect
crossover. Whoever, came up with that needs to be given a raise and a promotion.
God, for sure. And I love the Sunnydale Slayer, and I like Fate's leather crop jacket. That's really cute.
It's interesting they have actual fashionable clothing items.
Yeah, stuff people would wear, and Buffy's iconic red leather trench, which looks so cool in. But yeah, if you guys want to order some stuff, you could throw me a bone. And,
you want to buy us a gift? Send it to 11 Penn Plaza.
Exactly. So the merchandise is going to be available at both Box Lunch and also Hot Topic, because it has
of
that
gothic.
I
feel like
look.
Hot Topic makes so much sense.
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
the perfect place to do it. And which is really cool with Box Lunch. For every $10 that you spend in the store and online, they're going to give a person in need a meal.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, guys, if you want to check out some Buffy merch, just hit on. We have the website up on Fuse.tv, so you get all the details there. All right, moving on. This one really frustrates me. I'm a huge fan of Bad Boys, and they've been saying they're going to put out a Bad Boys 3 film for the past 5+ years, and now we have an update that they lost the director Joe Carnahan because of creative differences. So now there's no director for the movie. They have a new release date. It was actually supposed to come out this June.
Mm-hmm.
Then they pushed it back to next November.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's over a year.
Yeah, I know. So I'm hello.
Although,
we have to wait.
I wonder, have they done any filming on it if it's supposed to come out this year?
I mean, okay. It's not confirmed, but I remember I wrote an article last year when Will Smith was on Fallon, and he was working on it, it's going to come very soon. And then Sony Entertainment, they confirmed that the movie was going to come out in June. So it wasn't a rumor or anything. Yeah. It was legit. People were okay, we're going to be ready for this movie. But then now, who knows when it's going to come? Who knows when it's going to happen? Yeah.
Well, I hope it comes out sometime in our life.
Yeah. Because, I didn't think they were going to do another Bad Boys movie, but I'm not mad at the idea because I love seeing Will and Martin on screen. Then they have really cool chemistry.
And I don't know if they filmed any of it. They must have filmed some of it.
They have to film some
because if it was I said, it was supposed to come out this June.
Yeah,
you can't
they have to
film
have
and edit a movie.
Yeah.
And I low-key hope Gabrielle Union came back.
Oh
for
my
it
God, yes.
Because that movie, I think, was what made me fall in love with her.
Actually, I fell in love with her first with Bring It On, and then I feel
oh yes, of course.
And then I feel Bad Boys 2 solidified.
Yeah. Actually, you're right. I think I just didn't know who she
she was
after
still
the fact. I was oh, that's the girl from Bring It On.
Yeah,
but
she was still up and coming then. Yeah. But yeah, she was
and
a badass.
Remember when she was on Seventh Heaven?
Oh my God. That is a throwback.
Shout out to Gabrielle Union.
That. Yeah.
I want to be you.
As we all should. Guys, #Besterday. Let us know if you're up for the idea of a Bad Boys 3 movie. All right, so moving on. In nostalgic boy band news, and no, this is not about NSYNC. I know you guys were thinking
for once.
For once. This is actually about New Kids on the Block, which I haven't heard in a while, but whatever. So they're actually they dropped a new single, and they announced their new EP called Thankful. And I don't know. I listened to
Sorry. And silence.
Yes. I listened to the single, and it just sounds like the typical electro pop Let Me Love You Girl type of song. There's nothing
generic ass.
Yeah. Oh. Jordan Knight sounds cool. He was my favorite member, but his voice is always amazing, but as a whole, it's not doing it for me.
Yeah, I watched the performance of it, and I was like, are they serious right now with this song?
Like, they just look
and like the
so
moves.
Stiff.
It's just like it honestly, I'm not trying to be mean, but it felt like an SNL parody.
Oh my god,
of itself.
Like your uncle's trying to be hip.
Yeah, and like no shade to them. Like I think it's awesome they can keep doing shit as a group and people care, but
you should know when to quit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But yeah, so if you guys are interested, the Thankful EP comes out on May 12th, and it is their first new music since 2013. So that's
Can I just share a little side story?
Sure.
I actually had a New Kids on the Block doll when I was a child.
Really? Like, wait, which
because
member?
I was the gayest person in life, apparently. It was whichever one. I think it was more for my sister, but for some reason I had it.
Yeah.
Because I was too young at the time and she was into them.
Was it?
It was the one who had that like long, thin braid in the back.
What's his name? Was it?
And I was like,
Danny?
Maybe. I don't know. I really was not
that
familiar
with Joey,
with them.
Jordan, Jonathan, Donnie, and Danny. I don't remember.
It was the one with the long, weird, tiny braid that came out of his like back of his head, because that was very 80s / early 90s. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, if you guys are interested in that, you could check out that info. But yeah, New Kids on the Block, they weren't my generation, so I didn't grow up with them.
You didn't miss much.
No, clearly.
I'm gonna get so much hate mail now.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. People just have to know the truth, you know. And lastly, Gilmore Girls might be getting some more episodes for Netflix. And I watched some of not like the reimagining, like the new episodes. I watched like when it first came on.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I feel like the hype after like that new Netflix series, like people are just going crazy.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a good idea to like keep the momentum.
Yeah,
going.
I mean, why not? Everyone likes a check.
Hello. I mean, I would like a check right now too. I mean, I'm just saying, just putting it out there.
Anybody want to sponsor Besterday?
Yeah, let us
hit up the Fuse ad sales team. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, guys, so the reason that we are gathered here today is it's the 20th anniversary of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is crazy to think that it's not even like, oh, like we're doing 10 anniversaries, 15. It's always 20 anniversaries, and I always feel so old. I mean, I don't know how you feel because you're older than me.
I am old, and I feel old. No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually think 31 is old, but
oh, not at all.
But it does make you feel old.
Yeah, it's just like where did the time go? Like, I remember watching these things as a kid, and like I still watch them because I'm nostalgic as hell.
And then
it's just like
20 years.
20
it's
years
like
passed.
2 decades.
It's crazy.
And then I'm like, oh, I was 11. All right, I get it.
It is so wild. But yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It starred Sarah Michelle Gellar as the titular character Buffy, who was iconic, and the show premiered on March 10th, 1997, March 10th, 1997. And it ran for 7 seasons and a whopping 144 episodes.
So crazy.
Crazy. And I was telling Mark prior to recording that I watched episodes when I was younger, but I was watching some to like refresh myself for this podcast. And I want to watch it again, but like I said, there's just so many episodes, so I just need to like gather the energy.
You just need to like make it a habit.
I know.
I actually watched all of them when they aired in real time in the 90s / early 2000s.
Yeah.
But I not recently, like 2 years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, when they first put it on Netflix, the first time I rewatched the whole series from the start, and it took me a pretty long time, but I was getting my life.
No, because I didn't realize how much I enjoyed the show. So I'm like, okay, if I could watch Breaking Bad in like a week, then I could do some justice to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So yeah. All right, so I brought Mark on because he is the ultimate Buffy expert, and I'm more of the newbie. So we're gonna have
God.
I know we're gonna have a good time. No, it's gonna be fun. Okay, so do you remember the first time that you watched the show? Like, did you watch it like when it
premiered?
First premiered, yeah.
I remember exactly how this played out.
Okay, tell me all the details.
It was an impactful moment of my young gay life as a boy coming into my womanhood.
Yes.
So actually, when it first was coming out, because I had remembered the movie that it was based on, which I actually didn't see in the theater because I was too young, but I rented it on video from like the video rental place.
It starred
Christy Swanson,
Yeah,
who
I didn't.
turned out to be a fucking Trump supporter.
God.
Which I'm so happy the movie was a flop now.
Hello. But like I didn't know it was a movie. Like I just realized that like last week. I didn't know it was like based off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was just actually, like a standalone show.
Yeah. So I had seen the movie from a video rental.
Yeah.
Then I read the book, which was a book written from the movie, which was weird for like a summer reading thing. We got to choose a book.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so then when the show came out, I honestly was like, that looks dumb. And I was like, I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why I thought it looked dumb, but I did.
Yeah.
And so my friend was like, my best friend, who I'm still good friends with, was like, did you see that show Buffy? I was like, it looks dumb. And he was like, no, it's really good. You should watch it. I was like, yeah. And it was on after Seventh Heaven. I remember that.
Yeah.
So the WB used to like re-air their premieres like on Sundays right before the new week in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So this was before DVR. So I had to actually like tune in. So on Sunday, then following Sunday, I like watched the premiere when they re-aired it before the second episode, and that's how I kind of caught on.
Okay.
So I was like a week late. But yeah, and I was like, oh, this is actually really good. And then I watched it every week pretty much religiously throughout high school.
Wow. I mean, I always wish I was older when these shows premiere, because I feel like, I mean, I was only 6 years old when the show came out.
Yeah, it was too young.
Yeah, I didn't. So I watched it not on the WB, but another throwback network, the UPN. So like when it moved, and they also did a lot of reruns. So that's how I caught it. I think I want to say in 4th grade or so, and I remember watching it. But like I said, I didn't watch it religiously. But now as I'm older, like I want to watch like the entire thing, because the ones that I watched, I remember, was like incredible.
It's just like such a fun show to watch.
Oh, for sure. And it's like it's so and it's so like complex, and there's so many different storylines too. Like it's not like your typical teenage show.
I would say it's like TV wise, it's one of the shows with the best like ensemble casts.
Yeah.
Like all the characters were great. All the
like everyone had a significant role, and like I felt like even if someone died, like that still affected like later episodes and stuff. So yeah, it was very well written. Speaking of the characters, I mean, we all love Buffy. I guess we could start with Buffy.
Buffy was everyone's favorite.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah, I mean, I would say yeah. I mean, she was the main character, and I just love that they put a female in the forefront, and not have her be like, oh, woe is me. Like she actually like kicked ass, and like, I mean, she still like loved fashion, loved hanging out with boys and stuff, but when it was time to like get shit done, she was like, I got this. Yep.
Shout out to Joss Whedon for that.
Yeah.
I think he said like in interviews it was important to him that it was like a female-led show, and showing that like females are powerful and can, handle their shit and save the world.
So I feel like during that time in TV, it wasn't really, we didn't see a lot of female leads. I mean, the only thing that comes to mind is like Xena, but that Xena came out in 1998. Yeah, and
that was that was like syndication.
Yeah, so it wasn't like a big, but I feel like an original broadcast, like Buffy, like was one of the like
for young people. Yeah, it was like sci-fi 90s. Especially.
Yeah, so that was really commendable for Joss. And I mean, I have the fashion down here, but I love because I love like style and stuff, and I always like looked at her like, oh my god, you have like the best clothes ever. Like even before in like the pilot episode, she was wearing kind of like a Lolita like skirt and like her shirt tied. I was like, this is Baby One More Time before Baby One More Time. I was like, girl, you know your trends.
Yeah, and some of those looks still look good today. I'm like,
like the trench coats, and like her hair like changed every season. Like her makeup was always
her
on
like
point.
style was always on point.
Yeah, I really liked that about her.
Same here.
Yeah. So who were your other your favorite characters?
Well, I liked Angel just because he was freaking hot.
I know.
I still to this day. I mean, I don't watch Bones honestly, but I think David Boreanaz is
very
smoking
handsome,
hot.
Very handsome. Wait, did you watch the Angel spinoff?
I actually really didn't like Angel.
I didn't. I remember.
And I feel like a lot of people do like it.
I was older, so I got to watch that more. But I was like, I'm
I was like,
this.
I need Buffy in this.
Yeah, it was missing some Buffy.
But it did well because it ran for 5 seasons, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, shout out to Angel.
Spinoffs usually aren't that successful.
Yeah. But yeah, Angel. The thing with, I guess, because I didn't watch the series like
before it
successfully or like in a row, so I didn't understand why like Buffy and Angel got together, because I know that he had to get like his soul back.
Mm-hmm.
The Angelus, I think. I'm trying to like remember. This is like
Angelus.
the real like rookie versus like veteran right now. But yeah, 'cause he killed, was it Jenny?
Mm-hmm.
And
Jenny
like
Calendar.
Buffy, yeah, and Buffy
Giles'
knew that.
girlfriend.
Yeah, Giles' girlfriend. People who don't know.
Computer teacher.
Yeah. So Angel killed her, and Buffy knew that Angel like kills people and stuff. So I'm like, why do you like this guy?
Well,
I don't know.
Do you not know like how that worked out that way?
No, I don't know.
Okay, so
yeah, break it down.
I'm gonna break it down quick. I'm gonna try. So basically, he was a vampire for hundreds of years, like most of the vampires on the show, but he was cursed by a witch, I think it was, way back in the day after he killed her family.
Okay.
Or something like that. And so she gave him a soul as a curse, because then he would feel bad for all of the deaths he had committed before that. And he would never be able to die because he was immortal still.
Mm-hmm.
So he would basically be like feeling shame and regret and more like
the rest
more remorseful for his whole life
Yeah.
for all this shit he had done. So that was his curse.
Got
And
it.
so that's why in the show, when he first comes and introduces himself, he's like a good vampire because he has a soul.
Yeah, because
so,
I remember like when he first came in and like Buffy was like, "Who are you?" He was like a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you weren't sure if you should trust him or not.
Yeah.
So he does still like drink blood. He gets like blood from blood banks and stuff instead of killing people. But because he's still a vampire, but he's like a good vampire.
Okay.
But then what happens? Spoiler alert! Even though it's a 20-year-old show, do you care if I spoil anything for you?
No,
I feel bad.
I feel like at this point I should know what's happening. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure people who are listening, they know.
Well, I'm just gonna say something happens. I'm not gonna tell you what. Where that curse is reversed and he goes back to being evil. And so because of that, he loses his conscience. So that's when he kills Jenny Calendar. So he's not really in his rightful mind almost.
Got it.
So,
so Buffy
he becomes like the villain of the season.
So Buffy forgives him.
Yeah, because later on, what happens is it's so dramatic,
what
and it's one of my favorite. Yeah, exactly. What had happened was it's one of my favorite episodes. It's like the 2-part finale of season 2, I think. Is they've been working throughout the whole season because they figure out what's wrong because when he starts acting bad again, and Willow, who's practicing witchcraft and getting into that, she figures out a way to give him his soul back. But at the last minute, he had already put in a plan in place to end the world. So even though right at the last minute when him and Buffy are fighting, Willow restores his soul and he becomes good again, he'd already opened up this portal that if it doesn't close, the world will end. And the only way it can close is if he dies, like his blood. So Buffy still knows, even though he just turned back to being good and it's her like lover, that she has to kill him to save the world. And it's like one of the most emotional scenes in all of Buffy, and it's so heartbreaking because she has to shove this sword through this guy who just came back and is now good again.
Wait, you said that was season 2?
I think that was a season 2 finale.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Cause yeah, I think
I'm getting emotional just thinking about it.
I know. I mean, we're gonna get into like all the favorite episodes too, but like, I mean, there's just so much to unpack. Cause I mean, it's ran for 7 seasons. We could just talk about this for legit like 5 hours. But another favorite character that I really like was Willow because when we were first introduced to her, she was very like not nerdy, but she's very studious and kind of shy. And you kind of see the progression for her for all the season. I mean, she studies witchcraft, right? And then she becomes like this evil being.
Yeah, she goes too far into like dark magic.
Yeah. And then I like the progression between that and also seeing like the good side and the bad side of Willow. So I thought they built her character.
I do
really
feel
well.
like Willow's like one of the characters that shows actual growth throughout the series.
Yeah.
Including confidence and just growth. Again, I'm going to say it again.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think who else did I like on the show. I think
a lot of people like Spike.
See,
mostly because a lot of people think he's hot.
I mean, I equate him to being like a fuckboy. I mean, is that accurate?
I guess in the world of Buffy, he is in some cases kind of a fuckboy.
Yeah.
He starts out as a bad guy who actually is bad.
Yeah, and then like they fall for each other.
Yeah, there was like a weird part in the season where him and Buffy kind of are like hooking up.
Yeah, that they get it on, but then later on, I think in season 7, like he tries to rape her.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I was watching this like before we were taping, and then like she tries to rape him, and then she gets out of it, thankfully. But then I'm trying to remember in the season finale, like he comes back to Sunnydale. and then he sacrifices himself in the hell mouth to like help like save
be
the
like
world.
an integral part
Yeah,
of
but then
saving the
Buffy
world.
says like I love you right before he dies. I'm like, girl, did you just realize what happened?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just felt like she kind of had bad taste with men. But
I mean, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you could say that.
yeah, but then again, I have to see like the entire series too. But I'm just judging like from face on.
And ain't nobody here for Riley, who
Oh no,
she dated in like I think season 5 or 6.
Yeah, like Riley
I forget
was
which season.
like, boy, bye.
Like
He was just
he
like the
cannot
jump
compete
off.
to Angel.
He's a jump off.
Yeah, and he's not cute in the face. Like
He was the one working for like that military service.
It
Yeah.
was like underground in the town.
No, he was not cute at all. Think who else? You know, I didn't really like Xander. From what I've seen.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of run hot and cold with him.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he was very corny to me, and I feel like
he's like very sarcastic.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know what Anya saw in him.
I don't know. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Anya was kind of like
she was annoying early on too. I feel like, but people really liked her.
Herself. I don't know.
But in the end, they were like kind of made for each other because they were both kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm trying to think who else. Oh, speaking of with Willow, I love that she, if I'm not mistaken, she was one of like the first like lesbian characters on TV, like in the 90s. And I remember I was reading an article saying that her sex scene with Tara was like one of the first lesbian sex scenes like on
probably.
TV. Yeah. Where I thought was really commendable that they had that like out in the open and they didn't like try to hide it. Yeah. Like they openly kissed and everything, what I thought was really dope too. So did you prefer her with Tara or her with Kennedy?
TBH, I don't even remember who the hell Kennedy is.
Well, there's your answer,
people. So Tara forever, R.I.P. Tara, because
I know.
I probably just spoiled things for somebody else, but
it's all good.
Anyways, Tara was amazing, and I wonder what she's doing right now.
I know.
A.K.A. Amber Benson.
Yeah, I feel like Willow moved too fast from Tara to Kennedy. Like she was still like grieving Tara's death and was like, oh, well, I see this another hot girl. Let me.
I think like a lot of people would even, instead of her and Tara versus her and Kennedy, people would say her and Tara versus her and Oz, which was the guy she dated seriously for like a long ass time before she realized she was also into ladies.
Yeah, that was Seth Green.
Yeah, they're like, I feel like a lot of people still like ship them, even though they didn't.
In real life, actually, too.
Yeah. And I think they've known each other since they were kids.
That I could see that because I feel like they've been in another project together, if I'm not wrong. But
probably.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think, were there any other people that you really liked?
Cordelia had some really good moments in the show. Like her character, I feel like grew too.
Oh, for sure.
Even though she was like a side.
Yeah, she was like kind of like a stuck up.
Yeah, and then she became like part of their crew and
the
really began to like trust and like Buffy. And I liked seeing that. I always like seeing when like shows make villains or like people you're not supposed to like come around and like be likable.
Be good people. Yeah. It's really good writing. And I also loved. Well, Giles was cool.
Oh yeah,
he was cool. And
Faith.
Yes, Faith. Eliza
Dushku.
I can never say her last name.
Amazing
right.
name.
Yeah. I mean, she's an amazing woman. I love Eliza.
Yeah.
She was awesome.
I loved when she was on the show. It was like you hated her, but you loved to hate her
exactly.
when she like went bad.
Exactly.
And you kind of knew from her introduction on the show that like, because she was always kind of a badass.
Yeah.
But then she had that episode where she really went downhill and then killed somebody.
Yeah.
And that's when she kind of like really went bad. And Buffy was like, hold up, I can't fuck with you no more.
This can't happen anymore.
So, but I still like, but like the thing is, you still love the character and you like want her to just like figure her life out and
like you still have hope.
Yeah, she's just like a little girl lost. I feel like the character, because like I don't know if you've seen the episodes where like she was working with the mayor who was like wanted to become a demon.
And, no, I didn't see those episodes.
So like that's pretty much when she really becomes bad. She needs like somebody to
guide her.
Yeah, and it's this horrible man who wants to become a demon and destroy the town.
Yeah, because wasn't the mayor like on the outside he looked like really nice, but he was actually like
he was like doing shit to like bring his demonic side out, and then in that finale of that season, that's such a good finale. Graduation part 1 and 2.
Woo! Can't trust those politicians and move in.
That was a foreshadow to Trump, the mayor on Buffy.
I didn't say it, you did, but it's the truth, people.
Wait for it. It gonna happen.
I know. Exactly. So I'm sure you have like a ton of favorite episodes.
I literally Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, how many do you have?
Too many.
We could do like.
Too many. No.
We could do.
I'll pick like 5.
5. Yeah, we could do 5, and I'll do 5 as well.
All right.
Because I watched like 15 prior
Okay.
to this taping.
Wow.
So like.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
just
But they're so long. They're so
I know
long,
they are,
but
and
yeah.
it is like it's one of those shows you have to pay attention. You can't just have it
Exactly.
on the background, or else you'll miss stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's not really like an easy, quick watch.
True.
Unless you just get in a wormhole and don't stop. So I guess I'll go in chronological order.
All right. Oh yeah, the chronological. Oh, I can't speak. Sorry, guys. Someone's texting me right now. Can you guys leave me alone? Because he's making me very distracted.
Oh my God, guys!
I
Leave
know.
Pusha B alone.
Thank you. I'm busy right
My
now.
Chris Crocker moment. All right, Prophecy Girl, which was the season 1 finale.
'Kay.
Did you watch that one?
No, I didn't.
Ah,
I
so
know,
good.
I know.
Basically, she like saves the day, of course.
As she always does.
She actually dies in it.
Okay. Doesn't she die like 10 times?
She
during this?
dies at least 2 times throughout the series and comes
She's
back.
always resurrected.
Yeah. So what happens is she dies in this finale, but she plans it so that she can be brought back to life, I guess.
Okay.
By like CPR, because she drowns.
Okay. So it's not like
So-
a full term death.
Yeah, like she doesn't get like ripped apart or anything like that. She just like drowns in like a puddle of water after like this master vampire like sucks her blood a lot, but doesn't fully kill her.
Okay.
And then so she dies for like people can like die for like a minute or a couple seconds,
But
and
then they
be
could
brought
be like
back. Yeah.
revived. Yeah.
So and that actually comes back into play later in the series, because when a Slayer dies, a new one is called into order like through birthright. So later, that's why Faith exists, is because a new Slayer was called
Oh.
because she technically died, even though Buffy comes back into the Slayer. So that's why there's
That makes
multiple
sense.
Slayers. Yeah. So that's a really good episode.
Okay.
What else? The one I talked about where she has to kill Angel. That one's a really sad, good episode. It was a season finale, and all I remember is after she does that, she just like runs away and leaves town. And the final scene is her on a bus, and it says like, "Thanks for coming to Sunnydale." And the song that's playing is this really sad Sarah McLachlan song called "Full of Grace," and everyone was obsessed with that song after the episode aired. I remember that.
So many emotions.
Earshot, which was this episode where she gets ESP from like a demon she kills, and she can hear everyone at school's thoughts, and she hates it because like she can't turn it off.
Intense. Oh,
And
that
then she
would
hears
freak me
someone like
out.
planning to like this huge massacre,
Yeah.
and she thinks like a student, like a school shooting, and she thinks she has to stop it. And then it turns out it's actually this guy who was just gonna go in the bell tower and shoot himself.
Ooh,
And she
that's
stops
sad.
him
Yeah.
and like explains to him like they're not ignoring you because they don't care about you, like all the people in the school. They all think their problems are so big too, so everyone's like in the same boat. They're just so concentrated on their own shit that and he doesn't do it. And he comes back later in the series as like kind of a villain, but not. It's Jonathan for all the fans. But they actually had to like withhold that episode because it was supposed to air the week after Columbine happened.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
so
would
they held
that would
it
be
for
horrible
a couple of
timing.
weeks, I think.
Yeah, I don't blame them
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, what else? I already mentioned Graduation Day. That was the season 3 finale. It was amazing. Hush is the one a lot of people love. Did
I
you
love
watch
that. That's one of my favorites too.
Do you want to talk about it since you just like are newer to it than I am?
Okay, so basically, I love when like shows think outside the box like this. So basically, like a group of I don't know if they were demons.
No, they were. Well,
like,
they were, but they were like in suits.
Yeah, they weren't like.
They were Trump's
scary looking,
sons.
Basically, so Trump's sons came to Sunnydale
and like float around.
and they stole everyone's voices. So like
they were called the
episode,
Gentlemen, by the way.
Were they really?
Yeah, that's
Oh well, I don't know.
whatever. Sorry.
Oh wait, actually they were.
You're like, wow,
Yeah.
Mark. Thanks for like interrupting me.
Anyway, yeah, they like steal everyone's voices in Sunnydale, and they have to like communicate with each other like through like hand movements and like writing and stuff. And I'm like, that is so fucking brilliant for a director to like think, okay, let me see how I could make an episode creative.
Like, no dialogue.
And like it was so entertaining.
And it became like one of the best episodes.
It's so good.
I think it was nominated for
an Emmy.
The
it
only
was
Buffy
the only
episode,
one.
yeah.
I mean, as it should be, because like I've never seen an episode like in any show like that.
I read that it was Joss Whedon's kind of answer to critics who said the show was only a hit because of the witty dialogue. And so he's like, okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. And he did.
That is hella smart. Like, kudos to you, Josh. Like, I tip my hat off to you right now. I think what other. Do you have any more favorites?
Season 5, The Body.
The Body. Ooh, yeah, that's one of my
favorites. Did you watch it?
Yeah, The Body and the one that came after that.
I don't remember which one came after.
Hold on, I have written down The Body and Forever. That's when they had the when they like actually buried. Well, spoiler alert. Joyce dies. Buffy and Dawn's mother. So yeah, The Body was that hit me in my chest.
The Body is, as many would have described it, one of the most like realistic portrayals of grief after someone like a parent or a family member dies.
It felt so real, and I felt like people whomever you've lost in your life, you could connect with like their pain. I don't know.
It was, and like Sarah Michelle Gellar's acting.
It was perfect. Like it wasn't, because sometimes when there are deaths in either movie or a show, like people could get kind of cheesy with it. Yeah. But I feel like her,
or you just kind of like don't really care. Yeah. Like you're like, oh, that sucks, but whatever.
Exactly. But like hers was like super genuine.
And it's crazy because even though like her mom had been part of the show since the start, she was obviously not a main character really.
No.
But like you feel it like. As a person who watched the show and just like you honestly feel like you knew these people, you like wanted to like hug Buffy. Yeah. You just like could feel what that character was feeling in that moment for like that whole episode. It was so good.
I know. But yeah, so I liked Body and Forever, and I also watched.
Did you watch The Gift?
Yeah, I was just about to say I watched The Gift because
that was the
Mark
season
told me to watch it.
I was like, watch this one. It's the season 5 finale.
Yeah.
And as I was telling Bianca earlier, it was when actually the show was supposed to end because the WB had canceled it. So when they wrote it and produced it, they made it to be the series finale. Yeah. Which I think is interesting. And then UPN, of course, picked it up for another 2 seasons. And so they found a way to continue it. But because of that, you can kind of watch it in a different light. Did you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. Okay. So basically... I'm trying to remember. Another sad one. I know. I'm trying to remember because this is the one where I didn't like. I just said you can't watch it in the background, but I watched it in the background and wasn't paying. I watched it like at work.
Well, there's like a lot that happens in this episode.
It's so
like
much.
It builds up to the end.
But I feel like the end is what struck me because Buffy realizes her true calling. I guess you would say
gift.
Her gift. Her death is her gift.
Because I feel like throughout the whole season, the first Slayer is in her dreams. And it's this like kind of like African being, like woman.
Yeah.
And I think it's supposed to be the first Slayer. And she keeps saying like something about her gift.
Your death is
like
your gift.
Yeah. And she finally figures it out at the end.
Yeah, because so Dawn, she opens like another dimension, right?
So Dawn is not a real person.
No, she is the key.
Yeah, she was created by this god, like, or this like group of men, like her existence. Yeah. But when she was created in the Buffy world, it was made so that everyone in the world had thought that she had been around forever. Like, so Buffy has memories of her as a kid. That like they put all these memories in people's head to give this girl Dawn a real, true existence, even though she didn't exist in the series
because
before.
I remember like when she first came on the show, people like, as the audience, we didn't know.
Confusing for some people.
Yeah, we didn't know who she was, but then everyone else on the show was like, "Oh yeah, like we've known her forever."
Yeah, it started. They're like, "Hey, Dawn."
Yeah,
we're
like,
"Wait, Buffy's little sister." And it's like, okay, she ain't had no little sister last season.
Yeah, like where did this broad come from?
So, but then they explained it, and so, but she didn't. Dawn and them didn't know that because, like I said, they thought she'd been around forever in their brain. So they figure out that she's this key to open up this portal that sends this god. What's her name?
I don't remember the name of the god.
I'm blanking, but she's the bad guy of that season.
Yeah.
And she needs to kill her in order to get back down to hell or wherever she's from, her dimension. So Buffy realizes.
Yeah, because like she has the same blood as Dawn, so she could sacrifice herself.
So she goes up, she frees Dawn, who's tied up like on this big scaffolding thing in this construction site, and she basically runs and jumps into like the thing to close the portal.
Yeah,
and to save the world.
Dies.
And she dies and sacrifices herself.
And you think that's the end of the show.
And it's so sad.
Yeah.
And they play over like the final scene of her diving and like her body being found by her friends.
Yeah.
They play her final words to Dawn before she goes and jumps.
Mm.
Oh my God, it's so moving. And she tells
The
her like, you know,
feels.
live for me, be strong.
Mm.
Like,
Ah,
God.
I'm getting teary-eyed right now.
Anyways, it was a great. And I honestly would have been okay with that. Well, I don't know. How would you have felt if that was really
that was
and
the
Buffy
end?
like died and that was the series finale, but she died to save the world?
I feel like that's a good ending.
I mean,
like,
she seemed like she was at peace with her decision.
Yeah, like she did it for the greater good. Like no one forced her to like make that sacrifice.
She told like Giles didn't know what she was doing.
Yeah, like she just did it for herself because she knew in her heart like that was she was meant to do that.
Yeah.
So I thought if it ended right there, like that would be.
It would have made sense.
But I mean,
but
2 more seasons.
I will say,
mad at it.
all the fans were happy it came back.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it was kind of, and they did actually do some really interesting stuff with it. Like because what happened was, in season 6,
yeah,
Willow using her witchcraft brought her back from the dead. Which is super. In most, I feel like stories or movies or TV shows that involve magic and witchcraft, like bringing people back from the dead is always a big no-no.
Yeah, but
like,
it just felt right. I don't know.
Yeah. So like all her friends think that they're doing the right thing by bringing her back because they miss her and they know she's a Slayer and they're trying to like be the Slayer themselves without her. But what happens? Have you watched any of season 6?
I watched the was it the final 2? I watched Grave, 2 to go and Grave, like when Willow was like being like she was like Dark Willow, she was like being very she overcame like her evil spirits. So I watched like the peak of like the evil Willow and then Xander coming in to like save her.
Like saying he loves her. Yeah. So that was like one major story arc in season 6. Season 6, like it was the first season on UPN. It did have the musical episode in it.
Yeah. What did you think about that?
At the time, I thought it was really dumb. Yeah. Like I was like, I mean, I thought it was like they pulled it off, but I was like, does this really need to happen? And like everyone, like a lot of people say that's one of their favorite episodes.
I didn't mind it.
I mean, I guess it's fine. I need to watch it again. I think that I just in my head was like, why?
Why are you doing this?
But it's like a fun thing that fans like, so
yeah,
I'm cool with it.
I remember
and they pulled it off.
I was reading that they actually put it in movie theaters, so like fans would watch it and like sing along, like while they're. I mean,
people really love that episode.
Yeah.
But besides for that, like season 6 gets really dark because of the Willow dark magic thing. And also, so Buffy this whole season is kind of wrestling with, she is really upset that her friends brought her back because when she died, she was in heaven. And so in her mind, they ripped her out of heaven to bring her back to like Earth to like fight demons and do shit she didn't want to do anymore. So, but she knew they like were trying to do what they thought was right. So she's like hiding that she like hates that they brought her back, and she's like depressed. And it's like a really interesting dichotomy they set up.
The writing is so good. I also wanted to bring up okay, this would be the last one. I love this was in season 3. The band candy episode. So like when the like all the adults like eat the chocolate bars and they turned into like really ignorant teenagers. I thought that was like a funny episode.
That was like a really fun episode to watch.
Yeah, cuz like I'm trying to remember like reading it right now, like my notes. But
like Giles and Buffy's mom kind of like
they like hook up
getting together.
I'm like, ew.
And at the very end, she's like, "Good thing I caught you before anything happened."
And then they look like,
they're like,
we already did something. Yeah, and like seeing Giles, like he was like rocking flannel and smoking.
Oh my God,
and I'm like, this is so crazy. So it was cool to see like even like Principal Snyder like just out and like I don't know. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, those kind of episodes are fun where people get to play things that
like
are not their normal character.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool.
Their Halloween episodes were usually pretty fun too.
Did I? I didn't watch any of the Halloween episodes.
One of the first Halloween episodes, I think it was season 2, but I could be wrong, was they all become what their Halloween costumes are because of a curse.
Ooh,
so like Buffy becomes like a woman from like the 1700s Britain because she's dressed as like a Little Women type character.
Yeah.
Xander becomes like a soldier because he's dressed as like a soldier. Willow becomes a ghost because she dressed as a ghost.
Oh Lord.
And it's like they have to but they don't remember their true selves. They really think they're those things.
Oh, that is so wild.
Only Willow has her memories of because she's a ghost, but she's still Willow as a ghost. So she, as a ghost, has to like convince everyone to like follow her lead, and she gets like the lead role in the episode.
Ooh, I have
like
to watch
Buffy's
that
like
one.
useless. She's like afraid of cars. She doesn't know what like it's.
Oh yeah, because she's like not from that time.
She's like prissy and
That's
like
so funny.
It's such an awesome episode.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that one out. So I think that this show, I think prior to this, I haven't seen any like supernatural or like vampire based shows before, and I feel like Buffy, well, for like teenagers at least, like it kind of set the standard for what's to come. Because I mean, after that, there was just a whole outpouring. Like Charmed came out the year after
on the WB. Yeah.
I mean, Supernatural, Vampire Diaries, even True Blood.
I think all those
Twilight,
shows would say they like, owe something to Buffy and Charmed, but like that whole class of teen sci-fi shows that set the standard, and I think made a lot of people fans of that genre.
Yeah, so I thought that was good to like, it kind of like opened the floodgates to like all these really cool ideas. Yeah, so I want to get into like where like what the cast is doing right now. I feel like some are flops and some are still.
We still love you.
Some are, I mean,
not you, Nicholas Brendan. Get your life together.
Get it together. But I mean, of course, Sarah Michelle Gellar, she's killing. She's been killing.
I mean, she could just do nothing and be flawless.
Like, what the hell?
She's actually doing Food Stirs right now. Excuse me.
Oh wow!
Shout out to Food Stirs. Free promo. They're not a sponsor. It's this company she has with her best friend, and it's like for families to cook with their kids, and it's like desserts and things like that, where you just like mix a couple and it's like free of, what's the word?
Like, not carbs, but
preservatives and like free of weird chemicals, so it's like supposed to be healthy and fun, like baking stuff to do with your family.
Okay.
And
is she still married to Freddie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually just saw it's his birthday today, I think.
Oh, happy birthday,
she told everyone on Twitter
Jr.
to wish him happy birthday.
That's so cute.
So happy birthday, Freddie Prinze
Jr.
Yeah, they have 2 really cute kids.
I'm glad they're together, because I mean, I haven't been keeping up with their relationship, but I'm glad that
it's like they're pretty. They seem like a pretty down to earth normal couple.
Like they didn't let. I mean, they've been in the game for over 2 decades, but they haven't let any of that.
They were both like iconic teen stars in like the late 90s.
And like
they
2000s. Even starred together in like the Scooby Doo movies. So yeah.
I Know You Did Last Summer.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
So iconic.
God, even Cruel Intentions.
Yes. It's funny. I feel like Sarah Michelle Gellar like didn't have as like stellar of a film career as some of the other teen stars of that time, but like the film she did do, like everyone knows.
All of them. Yeah. All right. So who else? Alyson Hannigan. I mean, she was in How You Met Your Mother. American Pie.
She's like, and it's. I feel like it's cool because it's rare that her and David Boreanaz, who is Angel.
Yeah.
It's rare that people have, first of all, such a huge hit cult show like Buffy to their resume in the first place, but then
and
to have
are able
multiple,
to like follow it up. Yeah.
Yeah, like she had, like you said, How I Met Your Mother, which was a huge, long time running show.
And then American Pie is like one of the biggest pop culture moments.
And then
ever.
He Has Bones.
Yeah, which is still like an amazing show.
So it's like interesting that a lot of the cast have like had multiple successes like that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call this a success, but Nicholas Brendan.
Oh Lord!
I mean, he was on Criminal Minds, which is also a big show. Yeah.
For how long?
Well, it says since 2007. I mean, I don't know how long he was
like
on
guest
there.
starring episode. I mean, just kidding.
But basically, I don't remember him from being on Criminal Minds. I remember him from being on Dr. Phil. Because he had like issues with like drug abuse and alcohol.
He still does, I think.
Does he really? That's sad.
Like he's been arrested for like I don't remember, so I don't want to say because I don't remember what the exact things were. But
I feel like it's been like ongoing for the past like 5.
And even though I was like being shady before about it, like I never would wish that upon someone, and I really do hope that he finds peace and can find something that makes him happy.
It's just sad to see just like you know of him for being such a huge star, and then to see not
like
being
you just never want to see him go down that road.
Poor Nicholas. And who else? Oh, Anthony Stewart Head. He played Giles. He's British, obviously, if you don't recognize his accent. He was in Doctor Who.
Oh really?
And a movie called The Sea of Monsters.
I feel like he hasn't done much, but I kind of feel like that's on purpose. Like I feel like he has chosen not to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, because like he's older. Like
he doesn't have
he's
to.
Fine. I mean, we already talked about David. David's doing well.
I don't know what Cordelia's up to, Charisma Carpenter.
Charisma. I love that her name's Charisma. That's such a pretty name.
Yeah. I don't know what she's been up to, but I'm sure she's been...
She has been on, of course, Angel. She's been on Burn Notice.
Oh, right. She had a Angel last.
Yeah. Burn Notice, Sons of Anarchy, Veronica Mars.
Oh, so she's done a lot.
And Supernatural. Oh, she's on Supernatural, too.
Oh, there you go. That Buffy tie.
Look at that. And she was in the Expendables, too.
Cool. Well, okay, Cordelia.
Yeah, do your thing, girl. All right, James Marsters. He played Spike.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Smallville.
What?
Yeah, what? Okay. Like, after he was an Angel as well, but then he had, like, a brief guest role in Smallville. And he was also in Supernatural.
Wow.
I love that they always, like, have those little, like, sprinklings of, like, vampires.
Like
that's
a
really
nod,
cool.
too.
That's really cool. Okay, Emma
and I'm
Caulfield.
sure a lot of these people also do, like, a lot of convention appearances.
Oh, for sure. Like, that's probably going to be their life forever.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
they're
sure they
good
love
for life
it.
now.
Yeah. Emma Caulfield, who played Anya, she was on Supergirl and Once Upon a Time.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, she was on Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
That's
they're doing so
That's
well.
another one of my favorite shows, by the way, because I'm a total nerd.
It's fine. I feel like everybody talks about that show, but I haven't got into it yet. I can't keep up with shows.
Actually, it has one of the supervising producers, Jane Epsinson, or I forget how to pronounce her name. She was one of the main writers and producers on Buffy. Which is probably why I love it so much.
Oh, that
and I remember
sense.
tweeting one time when I noticed her in the credits of Once Upon a Time. I was like,
oh
why does that name look familiar? And I was like, oh my God, I knew it. That's why I love the show. And she like favored it and was like, thanks, and replied. And that was cute.
So cute.
Yeah. So
I love that. Keep it in the family.
So if you like Buffy, you'll probably like Once Upon a Time.
Okay.
It's like a little more family friendly, but it's still cool.
Cool. All right, I'll keep that on my roster. Amber Benson, she played Tara. She was in a 2010 comedy called Drones. Oh, she was also in Supernatural.
Wow. They've used a lot of Buffy people.
Oh my God.
I never knew.
And she's also an author.
Huh.
Look at that. She released 2 novels. Look at that, girl.
Do your thing, girl.
Do your thing, honey. Reference. That was a reference, guys.
If y'all don't know that reference, block me back.
Just turn off the episode right now. Don't even listen to it anymore.
Just kidding. Listen to it every week.
Listen every week, every Thursday. We are back with the song of the week. So this is a segment where both co-hosts, we always surprise each other with a throwback song that kind of knocks our socks off. And I came unprepared this week because I didn't have a song of the week, but I feel like I have a good choice today. But do you want to go first or want me to go first?
I went first last time I was on.
Oh, true.
So I'll let you go first, my dear.
Okay. So I follow a lot of like 90s, early 2000 playlists on Spotify. So I was scrolling. I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot about this song. So it is, I want to say Amen. The song that he's sang, the Fuck It song.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It don't mean shit now.
What year is it from?
Fuck all the presents. Sorry, you're asking me too many questions.
Amen.
Yeah, I'll play it for you. Oh my God, you'll know the song. I can't sing, so hold on. It came out in 2003, and it was it on Billboard?
So that was around the time I was like either senior in high school or graduating.
Oh yeah, it peaked at number 16 on Billboard Hot 100.
I probably knew it and probably thought it was dumb.
It is a dumb song, but like it was one of those songs when I was in 8th grade when it came out, and it's just like one of those songs like because it has so many curses, like you just feel cool singing it.
It's like a novelty.
Yeah, if you guys hashtag Besterday, like let me know if you remember this Eamon song, like Fuck It, I Don't Want You Back. And then they also had
I think now it's vaguely coming back to me, and I probably pushed it off my memory for a reason.
Like fuck you, you hoe, I don't want you back. Oh.
Yes. Okay. I remember. It was kind of was like a gimmicky but like fun song to sing along to.
Yeah, and then they had like the female like response to it.
Oh Lord.
After that, like fuck you right back. I think like a few months after, and then it was
Bringing Me Back.
Mess. Yeah, that is like
That's her MTV Jam of the week.
Very significant song of the week. But yeah. I mean, it was last minute. I wasn't prepared. I just saw this, so yeah.
I'm sure there's gonna be someone out there who's like, "Oh my God, I love that song, Justice for Amen,"
I know.
or
Someone please
Eamon,
help
or
me
whatever
out
the hell his
here.
name is.
But yeah, well, what is your song of the week?
Mine is not gonna be a shock to you at all.
Is it Christina?
Yes, Justice for Xtina.
Is it like stripped era?
It is stripped era.
Wait, can I guess it?
You'll probably be able to guess it. Yes.
Oh, Can't Hold Us Down.
Yes.
Because I mean, we're recording on International Women's Day.
Yes, it's
so
in honor of International Women's Day.
Yes.
Which, while you're listening, is yesterday.
Yeah. But shout out to all the fly ladies out there. We love you.
You know, she truly invented feminism.
She
no,
did.
I'm kidding.
She did.
For a generation, honestly, she was like one of the feminist icons of a generation, I would say.
Oh my God. And I feel like she wasn't taken seriously. Like, I mean, you know, feminism is such like, I might get slack for this, but it's becoming such like a gimmicky like play word now. But I feel like when Christina was doing it, like she did it from her heart, and people didn't give her enough credit like back in the day. But now people are like, oh my God, praise fucking Emma Watson.
Hindsight's always 20/20, people. Don't realize what you got till it's gone. Thank God she's still with us. X6 is coming soon.
Lord, praise it.
But yeah, I love Can't Hold Us Down.
Yeah.
Like the little Kim feature, which actually, tidbit, was actually originally supposed to be Eve.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Eve, I think, even recorded her verse.
Ooh, I wonder if that's like out in the universe, like
know.
somewhere on YouTube.
She keeps her shit on lock, Christina. Like her unreleased stuff, her fans are still like, "We want Kimono Girl," which is a song that never came out.
Yeah.
It's probably a problematic song.
Most likely.
But yeah, Can't Hold Us Down. The video, as problematic as it probably actually is now.
Oh my God! 'Cause I remember they I don't remember if MTV edited it or they just blurted out when she was like stroking the hose.
Oh yeah, and she was like straddling the hose and like shooting the boys with it, like it was her peen.
God, I love Christina.
It was like supposedly supposed to be set in like the 80s in Spanish Harlem, but it was actually like obviously a backlot set at like Universal.
I mean, she was like trying to pull out like her Latina side because she had the dark hair then, like
from the tour, the strip tour, she had it dyed black.
Yeah.
I actually thought she looked a hot mess in that video. Like, even at the time, I was like, what is this look?
I mean, this outfit, though, girl. Like, this purple.
Like, she probably thought she was killing it.
Like, you're about to go, like, run around the ring in, like, a Houston.
It was so weird. It was like a running, jogging, short suit
strange.
Thing. But, you know, now looking back, it is kind of like...
I mean, it's memorable. Yeah, it's like a standout piece.
It's such a fun video. It's a fun song. It's truly iconic, I feel like.
Sure.
That beat, and also it's like the second song on Stripped, and it's the first like real song after the intro.
Oh yeah.
So when that beat drops after that Stripped intro, everybody from my generation and like has to know when it's like strip. It's like dun 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 dun, and like the Scott Storch beat comes in.
Oh my God,
that's like an epic moment of my childhood. Listening to that for the first time in my Jeep as like a high schooler, like a 16-year-old gay.
Man,
God,
me and Stripped, I could honestly have. I might have to do a Christina appreciation episode because me and Stripped go way back.
I honestly,
like,
I know that I'm a
album.
fan, so I'm a little biased. But I would say it's one of the most influential female albums of like the last like 20 years.
Look at freaking Selena Gomez, her Revival album. That was based off
She
Stripped.
even says it.
Yeah, like even, you know, we could see Rihanna's Rated R that kind of had that Janet Control, but also Christina Stripped.
Miley's career when she like went bad or whatever.
Exactly. So you know, a lot of these girls look up to Christina. So
and they say it too.
Yeah. So it's not like we're making this
Don't
up,
make me get the receipts.
We will pull them up real quick. But yeah, Christina. Oh.
Anyways, sorry that my pick took forever.
I mean, no, I could talk about her forever. I'm like thinking of it. I should probably have Christina appreciation.
Also, the fact that it was a reply song to Eminem. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Because he had called her out on the Real Slim Shady.
Like the asshole. I mean,
and,
I
like,
love
said
Eminem,
it,
but
like,
he's an
probably
asshole.
got VD or whatever, and she sucked Carson Daly. And like,
he's like,
she was
but
not
going to
take that sitting down. She was like, Christina said, you know what? I'm going to have a whole song for this mother on my album. And to say that part at the end where she said, like, you must talk so big to make up for smaller things.
I was like, yes, girl. Like, I love that her and Mariah just, like, got him together so quickly. Like, he can never.
If Christina and Mariah can diss right back and destroy Eminem.
Yeah.
Nikki, where you at? Because Sheetha's still out there. Okay, anyways.
Okay, I mean, for all as I know, she could remain in Paris because she's never going to release it.
I feel like she's kind of shook.
Oh, for sure.
Not like she's actually worried about her career or anything, because I'm sure
She knows she can't respond properly.
But that's the thing. I think she knows, like,
who's
whatever.
Who's going to write it for her? Because it's not going to be her.
I'm going to remain silent. My lips are sealed on replying to you, saying that she doesn't write her shit. Just kidding.
Okay, guys, so that is a wrap on Besterday. This episode was so much fun.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you, Mark, again for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun to talk about Buffy. I'll talk about Buffy if you invite me anytime.
Okay,
anywhere.
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, guys, #Besterday. Let us know your favorite Buffy moments, and follow myself, Bianca and Rogue, on Twitter, and also you on Twitter.
Oh yeah, 106th.
Yeah. And yeah, #Besterday on Instagram, wherever you feel, and also rate us on iTunes. That is very important to keep the word out. So yeah, we'll see you next week. Next week I'll have another special guest, so keep on the lookout for that. Bye.
Bye.